Hello, friends. Welcome to Tomato Greens Toast French Accents. I need to be in bed, but I'm not, so voila. Okay. First, you start with this very stereotypical French accent that's quite strong. I don't actually know that many people who speak with an accent like this because just like when you learn another accent in school, you try to learn the accent that goes along with it. But this is the stereotypical one that you hear in Hollywood, for example, when people are French, but they might not actually be being played by a French person. So, you need to make sure you know they're French. So that's that. Then you have like you're French, but you learned how to speak in a British accent. So this isn't. It's a bit less exaggerated than the other accent that I just did. It's rather more mitigated by the learning of the accent. It's also, I think, a bit hard if you're French to learn this accent because you have to learn the non-rote car, and then of course you also have to learn the British speech pattern. So not only are you learning a very different type of language in the sense of the accent is a bit different, but you also have to learn things like tea, which is not a question cadence that exists in French. Like the question cadence that exists in French is rather more similar to American, I feel, where your voice goes up at the end or perhaps it goes down, but it doesn't do this like tea kind of British thing. Sorry, that's what I think of because I had to make my students say, "Can I have some tea? I would like some tea. Oh yes, I would like some crumpets with my tea. Oh, I'll take some marmalade with mine," when I was teaching 6th graders. So that's where that is from. Then you have your French, but you learned how to speak with an American accent, which I think is a bit more similar to the French sound. So your sound a bit more French when you're doing it. Like your vowels are probably a bit more conserved because when you speak in a British accent, your voice is very much at the front of your mouth, I feel. When your American accent is more in the middle, and when French accent is very much in the back of the mouth. So this is closer than this, if you see what I mean. So anyway, here is another French version of this accent. Okay. And then you have like Northern French accents, which I can't do in French or in English. They made a whole movie called Bienvenue chez les Ch'tis about, among other things, this, and how apparently you say sh instead of s, and it's like hilarious. But I don't know. And then someone might be coming, but I don't think so. And then if you go over by like Strasbourg, I don't actually know anyone from Strasbourg who I've talked to in English, but I feel like it would just be a little more German because in French it's a little more percussive. So I feel like that would carry over probably into the English. So it'd be just a little more harsh, probably a little more, just a little touch of German in it as well, in the phrasing of things and in the way your voice goes up and down. A little more German. Continuing, there's like some mountains and like some farms. I don't know anyone from the center of France, and everyone I know from France is like Paris or Paris region, so they're all like, that's for grandmas and farmers. So I can't do an accent from there. If you go to the south, like by Nice, I've never talked to anyone in English from south of France either, but it's probably like a little more extended because it's closer to Italian and it's a little more musical when you speak in French. So I'd assume it's similar in English as well. I'd assume it's kind of this more flowing, like you say all the vowels and you take your time with your words, and it's a little more relaxed than perhaps the accent from other places. I'm like doing something German with places. Places, places, everybody places. I don't know. And then keep going. I have no idea how you speak in the other part of South France. Like, here's some ocean, and then here's some Spain, and like probably vaguely Spanish. But I don't speak Spanish other than cerveza. So I don't know what that sounds like. And then going up to Bretagne, like, there is an accent. I can pick it out, but I cannot do it. It's like, picture Irish plus French plus cultural depression. And there you have it. And so that was an exciting adventure. I need to go to bed. Lovely talking to you all. See you around.